Hi, I'm Sophie, and welcome to my world. Today, I'm going to teach you how to take this ordinary river rock and turn it into a beautiful mandala. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. For this project, you will need flat Mexican river rocks or the like, paintbrushes, a mandala paint kit, acrylic paint, water, and a paint tray. So the first thing that you are going to want to do is you're going to want to find your rocks, and you're going to want to wash and clean them and then let them dry for a good 4 to 5 hours so they're nice and dry. You don't want any wet rocks. The flatter you can get them, the better. It also helps if you find yourself some Mandala Imagery that you want to use, and I've got this wonderful website that I've got linked down below. Kristen Uhrig is her name, and she does an amazing job at teaching the basics of rainbow painting on your mandalas, and she gives you a whole bunch of different styles and techniques. So I'm going to just be painting a circle in the center here with black. These acrylic paints are what you want to use. You definitely want to use acrylic paints. So I'm just going to start by putting a little bit of black in the inside, and then I'm just going to turn the rock. Keeping my brush where it is, I'm turning the rock. Then you're going to want to let this dry for a good period of time. Again, you want this to be nice and dry. So I've got one over here that's already done. And I'm going to be using my rainbow colors of paint. What's kind of important is that you figure out the design that you want to do ahead of time. So I'm going to be making this design right here. So as you can see, there's a yellow dot in the center, and this is a pretty large dot. So I'm going to be using one of these dot making tools. I'm going to be actually using my pink one here, and I'm just going to dip it into the paint just so that it gets right on the tip right there. It also helps if you have some paper towels or baby wipes on hand, just for in between your colors. So I'm going to just take my little dot, and you want to do it straight up and down. That's the most important thing. You just want to go straight up and down like that, so that you get as little schmutz as possible. Now I'm going to be using a smaller tool, and I'm going to be making 8 circles on the outside. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So north, south, east, and west. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to come get a little bit more paint on there. I'm going to come back and do some red. And the reds, I'm going to go in between my oranges. So right in between. Make sure I get that good paint there. So I'm going to clean this off, and then did you see I got a little smudge right here? I'm just going to take my baby wipe and clean that little smudge off. Nice thing about a baby wipe is it dries really quickly because it's got alcohol in it. Okay, and I'm going to be using a bigger dot for this green out here for my pattern. So this time I'm going to be using, I think I'll go with the blue here. So I'm going to use a stylist to make my blue dots here. And I'm going to start with the largest, go around, and then I'm going to do the next size down and make kind of an arch around. Now this kit, some of the kits that you can buy, I'm going to make a little staircase down. I'm going to go 1, 2 on either side here. 1, 2. Because I'm going to come back for the last one. I'm going to use this even smaller stylist. As you can see though, you can't really mess this up. I mean, and if you do, you just start all over again by wiping your rock down. Okay, now I'm going to use the tiny end on this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the green on the outside here. What I want to teach you is how you do these swoops. And these swoops are kind of fun. Again, Kristen Uhrig taught me everything I know. So you place your ball like you're making a dot, and then you just kind of swoosh it out. Place your ball and swoosh. Aren't those fun? I like those. I think those are neat. And the last step here is to let this dry really, really, really good. And let me show you what I did on this one here. So I came back and I used a lighter color of each color to sort of highlight them. And so I'm going to actually jump over to this dried one because, again, you want to make sure that things are dry, dry, dry. And what I'm going to do is take a little bit of white, and I'm going to mix a little bit of white into each of my colors here. So let's start with that yellow. Put a little bit of white right there. And I'm actually going to use my paintbrush for this one because it's such a big one. But then I'm just going to paint a little highlight in there. And then if I want to, the other thing that I can do is I can actually use a totally different color if I want to with one of these stylus guys. So I've got this green out here, and let's do a little bit of the blue. So see, you can have lots of fun. I could even add some white to that if I wanted to. There you go. So you can see how you can start to have a lot of fun and just go crazy with the decoration. And then once you're all done, if you care to, you can give it a coat of Mod Podge, or you can give it a coat of clear acrylic spray, and that'll make it nice and shiny. And there you have it. Your very own mandala rock painting. Now, I do want to give a shout out and a link below to Kristen Uhrig because she has the most amazing how-tos on how to paint mandala rocks and all of the different designs. So I think you should definitely check her out because she's got beautiful designs. Kristen Uhrig. I'm going to put a link down below. For more great ideas, check us out, Sophie-World.com.